Of particular note, our attention has been drawn to the duo of Mr. Idris Olanrewaju Okuneye, popularly known as Bobrisky, and former governor of Kogi State, Mr. Yaya Bello case. While we appreciate and give kudos to the prompt reaction of Efcc chairman in constituting an investigation team to look into the merit and demerit of the whistleblower, very dark man of 15 million naira bribery allegation against men and officers of the Efcc. The investigation by the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, Efcc, should determine whether or not there was any financial inducement by Bobrisky or anyone on his behalf in exchange for the dropping of money laundering charges against him. Any person found culpable must be made to face the full wrath of the law. As an organization, we urge the Efcc for an open, sincere, and thorough investigation. The case must not be swept under the carpet so that Nigerians can see and know that the agency is not and will not condone corruption within the rank of its working staff. Any culpable officers must be brought to justice to serve as a deterrent to others. Chsr, as a social crusader, frown at the position of the Kogi State House of Assembly during Monday, 23 September 2023 plenary session. We condemning the Efcc to the Kogi State Governor's Lodge, condemning the Efcc siege to the Kogi State Governor's Lodge in Abuja in an attempt to arrest Mr. Yaya Bello last Wednesday. The lawmakers accused the anti-graft agency of attempting to assassinate both the former and incumbent governor Usman Ododo and Yaya Bello by allegedly firing gunshots during the attempt to arrest Bello in Abuja. We strongly condemn such an unpatriotic move by the Kogi State House of Assembly, which is supposed to be the voice of both the rich and poor people of Kogi State. In fact, Kogi State government ought to have constituted panel of inquiry to look into Yaya Bello government regime. The EFCC, as a creation of the National Assembly, is saddled with the responsibility to investigate and enforce all economic and financial crimes laws in Nigeria. This is exactly what they have done by filing case against the former governor, Mr. Yaya Bello, before a court of competent jurisdiction. So why the hula baloo? The Court of Appeal sitting in Abuja on Tuesday, August 20th, 2024, ordered former governor, Mr. Yaya Bello, to present himself before Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court, Maitama, Abuja, for arraignment before any further action could be undertaken in his case. The ruling was part of a unanimous judgment of the Appeal Court Justice, delivered by Honorable Justice I.K. Amadi, in the appeal filed by J.S. Okutepa, SAN, on behalf of the Economic and Financial Crime Commission, EFCC, against the judgment of Justice Isa Abdullahi Jamil of the Kogi State High Court in the fundamental rights case filed by Bello in February 2024 in relation to this prosecution by the Commission. The Appeal Court further held that the freeing of Yaya Bello from EFCC prosecution by Justice Jamil of the Kogi State High Court under the guise of enforcing its fundamental human rights was scandalous, noting that it is very clear that the purpose of the case instituted at the trial court was to shield the respondent, Yaya Bello, from his criminal trial. The CHSR believe and convinced beyond any doubt that the continued defiance of court order not only undermine the integrity of the judiciary, but also erodes public trust in our law enforcement agencies. The security men, Nigerian Police Force and DSS attached to the incumbent governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo, are on daily basis being busy to prevent arrest of Yaya Bello so as to avert justice. The Inspector General of Police and the Director General of the State Security Service should intervene to fulfill their constitutional duties and ensure that justice prevails. Corruption in Nigerian prisons. The level of corruption in the Nigerian correctional centers by the officials are on the high side, and this did not start today. It is a known fact to many Nigerians that once you have a loaded financial purse, you will be given a preferential treatment at the prison yard. The patronage do start from the court premises. Immediately a suspect is being asked to be taken to custody, pending the perversion of the person's bail. The correctional center officers start billing the suspect and they charge money as if it is legitimate fees wanting to pay. And if you did not meet their demand, they will tell the suspect point blank that he is going there to suffer, as he will end up at the general cell. Therefore, we implore the anti-graft agency to beam their searchlight more on the Nigeria Correctional Center so as to curb future embarrassment to security network. We then use this medium to commend the Ministry of Interior for prompt action taken on the sacking of 4 officers involved in the imbroglio. Thank you. Correctional facilities. Like you say, the corruption in the Nigerian correctional service is the highest among the security agencies, corruption among the security agencies in Nigeria, because their bribery and request for bribery started from the court premises. If you want to doubt what we are saying here today, come Monday, send any of your men to any of the magistrate courts and see when somebody's just been arraigned for the first time in court. These officers will charge them money and they will continue to price. And if you did not meet their demand, my brother, they will tell you where you are going to be. I think Nigerians should move away from Nigerian police, because all focus, when we are talking of security, corruption, people targeted at police always. They targeted at police always. But unknown to Nigerians that the Nigeria Correctional Center, their officers are serious corrupt officers, some of them. Most especially those who are on the field. If you want to go and look at any victim, it happened to us sometime last year. We went to Ikoyi to check an inmate who was granted bail. For like 2-3 stages, you are going to pay money to see a suspect in the custody. So we are urging on the Efcc now to beam their searchlight and the ICPC on this correctional facility. Thank God this Bobrisky case is an eye-opener. It just exposed what is happening in that section. And on Yaya Bello, people have been saying he walked into EFCC office, they did not arrest him. Did he supposed to go to EFCC? It is court that is looking for Yaya Bello. They have sent him they have invited him several times to appear. Why going to EFCC? Is to embarrass the commission. And he's going there, he went there with sitting governor. How many former governors have you ever seen going to EFCC with the incumbent governor? It shows that the game playing by Yaya Bello and his cohorts is a targeted, calculated attempt to dent the image of the anti-graft agency. So, and I want to implore the EFCC to hold this case as a case that is very important for Nigerians and Kogi indigenous, because the money involved is the money that belongs to the state of Kogi, the good citizen of Kogi. You can see it went viral where a woman came to the state house embarrassing the convoy of the governor while Yaya was on seat as the sitting governor. The woman was shouting that for the past 7 years they did not collect full salary. So the same governor was able to use the state money to pay for his children 15 years arrears school fees. And when it first come up, you see some civil society came up to defend the Yaya Bello, where everybody is right to defend whoever you like. But I was amazed seeing some of our elements, some within our rank and file, who could go out and defend an element like Yaya Bello, who have the infantry to use this, to dip his hand into the purse of the state to pay for his children's school. Even a child that has never been admitted by that school, they said Efcc is doing media trial. At the end of the day, the school made some refund, except if it's not fact. The school make a refund which justify that the Efcc have reason to go after Yaya Bello. So this case must be used to serve as a deterrent to other governors. After they must have, it is because Yaya Bello case came up. Do you know how many governors who have done so and go scot-free? So our appeal to the anti-graft agency, the Efcc, the ICPC, is to do their job, do diligently, and spare nobody once it's come to, because the reason why Nigeria is where we are today is as a result of high level of corruption. And we cannot have an anti-corruption agency that will fold its arms or who will fight corruption based on sentiment. No. Every day I keep on remember the day Fayose left government and moving to EFCC by himself. That EFCC here I come. And you see the case of Yaya Bello. Kogi indigenous has spoken that he should go and present himself, while some elements were busy doing protests, doing press conferences to defend Yaya Bello. The former governor forum have come out to address the press that he should go and present himself, that many of them in that circle have gone through that same route, and none of them was killed. So who are we now to say Yaya Bello must not be appear? You see it on social media. I don't join issue with people speaking on social media because I'm not a social media activist. The point is that let us encourage the fight against corruption by supporting the anti-graft agencies. That is the only way this country can move forward. Because the subsidy we are talking about was as a result of corruption. The country is moving backward every day, was as a result of corruption. If we can kill only that indices, that corruption, my brother, Nigeria will move. So the Center for Human and Socio-Economic Rights and all our members are in full support of the EFCC to continue the fight against corruption.
Water is life, and groundwater is the purest water body on earth. At Showcom Ventures Limited, we use high-tech machineries with the latest in groundwater filtration, treatment, and purification technologies to bring to you Jeram table water, properly packaged for your various needs, while ensuring refreshing experience of drinking natural water at premium value. Jeram Premium Table Water also comes in premium sachet water for your need. Jeram Premium Table Water is packaged and distributed by Showcom Ventures Limited. Visit our factory at number 12 Showale Jelly Street, Ikumakpayi Village, Ajerogun, off Eleru Alakuti Road, Lusada, Ado-Ota, Local Government, Ogun State. For more information and distribution, kindly call us on Nigerian Premium Table Water. Premium water just for you.